Hi guys, it's Lynn here. I hope you're having an amazing day. Now welcome to my end of winter, pre-spring, cacti and succulent plants in the Polytunnel update. And this is me and Hansi's cacti and succulent collection that we have here in our Polytunnel. A lot of you who follow me know also have a lot of them inside our house as well. Mainly the cacti and succulents that we overwinter inside the house, and also a selection of house plants. So stay tuned for future update video on the indoor collection. And obviously most of the ones indoors will be coming out for the spring and summer in the next couple of months. But this is an update on all the cacti and succulents we've got here that are overwintering in the Polytunnel at the moment. As I say, there's a few signs of spring here on them, and I'm going to start with on the right hand side. We have a selection. We have mostly here all on the right hand side of the Polytunnel. This is all our succulents, and we have a selection of aloes, kalanchoes, crassulas, aeniums, sedums, and a few different types all about. I'm going to start here on the floor here where we have some of the aloes and the agaves, and here we have our kalanchoes. Now these are commonly known as the mother of thousands kalanchoes. I've got three different types here. This one is the one most commonly seen with the wide leaves. This is Kalanchoe degremantiana that has all the babies all around the edges there. And this one is Kalanchoe degremantiana times tubiflora, which is a cross between both the wide-leaved one and the thinner-leaved one. And again, as you can see, the leaves are still thin but wider than the tubiflora one. That has loads of little babies all around it too. And then this is the tubiflora one, which has the very thin leaves and the little babies on the end. I'm happy to say that the tubiflora, both of these, actually the tubiflora, which is this one here, is got an abundance of flower buds all on the top of it, and full of babies, as you can see. And also we've got loads of flower buds also on the tubiflora times degremantiana one. So very exciting to see flower buds on both the two different varieties. And we have also, I'll just show you, we've also got some of the the degremantiana here. This is in desperate need of being pruned, so I'm going to be doing that, a few pre-spring cleaning jobs in the Polytunnel in the next few days. I'm going to be removing dead leaves and giving it a bit of brush and pan, so stay tuned for a video when I do that. But this is also coming into flower bud as well on here, which is very exciting. So that's the mother of thousands plants. I'm also going to show you my other one here. This isn't strictly the mother of thousands plant, it's another one again. This is Kalanchoe marneriana. And it is part of the Bryophyllum family, which means they do have little babies around the leaf edge in here, which puts it in the same family as the mother of thousands. But it's not commonly sold as the mother of thousands, but it comes in, as I say, it's in the same type of family here. And little babies also growing around the edges. This has more scalloped edges, very pretty, pale pink, almost like a lime greeny, pale pink edging, a lime green colour leaf, lovely, with the lovely pink edging going around the scallop leaf. And it has beautiful little tiny little babies going around on the mature plants. As you can see, little babies there. These can be taken off and potted up just like mother of thousands the normal plant can be. And again, this is also blooming lovely. Look at that, loads. Well, it's in bud anyway. It's going to be blooming lovely very soon. Lots of buds all on this beautiful plant. So I'm very happy to see a lot of the succulents coming into active growth now. And look at this, guys. Now, this is my Epiphytic cactus, or one of my Epiphytic cacti. And this is a no ID. I'm not sure of which one it is. There's many different types of Epiphytic. Me and Hansi have quite a few different colour flowering ones, but this one is a beautiful bright orange one, and this actually opened up a few days ago. It's so wonderful to see the beautiful gorgeous bright orange flower on it. Isn't it beautiful? On the other one in bud as well, so that's going to be opening pretty soon, but lovely orange colour there. Lovely to see spring is really nearly here. And then this is our Kalanchoe blossfeldianas, and we have a bowl full of here of a few different flowering colours. We've got white, we've got pink, we've got orange, we've got deep red, and these are all in bud, so each one of these is going to be in different colours. And very happy to see in the next month or two this is going to be blooming lovely. And Kalanchoe blossfeldiana can be a winter grower, winter flowering I should say. You often see it sold around the Christmas time, but it also can flower in the spring as well, and they flower for many months, so good to see that packed with buds. All the aloes here. Not much happening with the aloes because aloes are, a lot of them are winter flowering, and I'm happy to say I've had a few of mine flowering, but most of them now are sort of pretty much resting until the spring really kicks in. I'm keeping some of them lightly watered when they show signs of shrivelling. Very overgrown here. It's a bit like a jungle, as you can see. Definitely need more space. I'm going to be separating a lot of these aloes into individual pots and making more room for them as well, because it's just like an aloe jungle. Luckily the aloes do like a little bit more shade than some of the desert type of cacti do, so no harm. They still get plenty of light here, but it's not aesthetically the most pleasing, so I'm going to be doing a lot of separating these to make more room for them all, and gifting extras away or selling any extras that I've got. Now here, this is the aloe variegata, and it has been blooming lovely for weeks, guys. Very happy to see that bloom still blooming lovely on there. And we have 3 of them. The other one has also been flowering too. I just showed this is the other one that's just coming up into bud now, just starting to open its flowers. And then the other one we've got as well here, which I'll just show you, has also been flowering too, just coming to the end now. So that's wonderful to see. So that's all the aloes. Now, the majority of the cacti is still pretty much resting. We've got a big echinopsis there. And here in the middle of the aisle, we have all our big tall cereus type of cacti. I'm going to go to the schlumbergeras in a minute. These are all the tall cereus cacti, a mixture of trichocereus and all different types here, trichocereus mainly, and other types, but obviously they're all pretty dormant, so there's nothing really to show you there. They're just resting at the moment, and these will, when the weather starts getting warmer, these will all be going back out into the yard again, so they get plenty of fresh air and have a lot more space here in the polytunnel. And here we've got gasterias and Haworthias and everything, again pretty much just sort of resting at the moment. Nothing much happening with them as such. Still early in the year. And now here I'm going to show you some of the succulents, a mixture of many different things here. Pretty much most of the succulents are pretty much resting at the moment. This one is lovely to see. This is a Kalanchoe Felsiana, and that is in bud. Look at that, it's gorgeous, and it's very similar to the other one as I showed you down there, the Marneriana. The difference is this has more deeper green coloured leaves, and they're not as wide, and pink edging again, scalloped edging, but not as wide, and the flowers are a little bit smaller. And if you can see there with this one here, this has more of a lime green sort of leaves, as the leaves on this one here has more of a darker green, but they're very similar. Here we have a mixture of a few things under the table, mainly pelargoniums. We have crassulas underneath there, again all resting, all underneath. And I'm going to be doing a complete revamp of this polytunnel, guys, because as you can see, there's a lot of space here. And there's a lot of space there. We're going to be bringing the plants out that we're overwintering inside the house back into the polytunnel for the spring and summer. So I'm going to be rearranging everything and making a lot more room, and possibly getting some more shelving for this back wall here where there's the space, and lifting a lot of the plants up onto the shelving to give us a lot more room. So a lot of rearranging in here as soon as the weather starts warming up. But they're all overwintering pretty well. And a lot of you know I had a bit of a heater fail in here about a month ago now. But everything seems to be absolutely growing fantastically, no problem at all. Here, Echeveria doing very well. I need to be removing a lot of the dead leaves, so that's going to be part of my pre-spring cleaning. So watch out for that. You can see the leaves there. It's good to remove them because you don't want bugs hiding there. So I'm going to be having a bit of a clean up in the next few days, and I'll make a video when I do and show you what jobs need to be done to get everything prepared for the spring. Now this is blooming lovely. This is my Sedum uvillii, and it is gorgeous. Lovely flowers, beautiful bright yellow flowers there, bunches of flowers, and this has been flowering now for a couple of weeks. Really beautiful. As I say, the succulents are doing very well, and I have given some of them a little tiny bit of water because when they show signs of shrivelling and they're actively flowering, then it's safe to give them a little bit of water, as long as the temperatures are not too cold. If you're you've got your plants outdoors in a greenhouse or polytunnel and they forecast very cold, damp temperatures, I would just withhold from watering until the weather starts to get a bit warmer. But we've had it quite mild here the past couple of weeks here in Ireland, so it's been safe to sort of give them a little bit of water now. And here as well, look at this. This is one of my echeverias. So it's a sediveria. It's a cross between echeveria and a sedum. Sediveria, now just check the name. Sediveria Blue Mist. And look at that, guys. Isn't she beautiful? Look at the little flowers on there. As I say, it's lovely to see a lot of the succulents already coming into that sort of springtime look about them. Now, a lot of the succulents, especially sedums and kalanchoes, will be sort of late winter flowering, early spring flowering. So it's not unusual to get them flowering now. In fact, it's perfectly normal. But it's just lovely to see flowers when it's still not spring yet. Isn't that beautiful, guys? So, as I say, there's a lot of pruning I need to do, removing dead leaves and things like that. Echeverias they do drop their leaves. I've made a video on how to remove the dead lower leaves from echeverias, because some people say, do I leave them, do I remove them? Well, when they dry like that, they come away pretty easy. Remove them. I like to remove them because they can harbour onto bugs and they're like pests can hide behind them and that. But as I say, I'm going to make a video when I'm sort of doing a bit of pruning up here. I have a lot to do, as you can see. And here again, this is a lovely colour. This is my Crassula. I just remember the name of this. It's one of the lovely deep red flowering one. There's some deep red coloration on this, not flowering. It has does have pretty little flowers on it, but this is the colour itself. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's the rubra, the kalanchoe rubra. I think I've lost the label on that. Crassula rubra, I should say. That is a beautiful. And here, this is kalanchoe. Oh, I forgot the name of this, but I have Pumila. It's just trying to remember the names of all of them, guys. This is what I'm going to be also doing, is making sure that every single plant in this polytunnel is labelled. So when I'm doing my update videos, I'm not going to keep forgetting because there's so many names. This one is Kalanchoe Pumila, and it has beautiful, as you can see, the leaves are beautiful white sort of edging. As just a beautiful plant in itself, and it has little pretty pink flowers when it flowers. Again, pretty much dormant at the moment. Aeniums as well. These are all the dead leaves. These need taking off. As you see, they're just falling off. So they've got so much to do in the polytunnel now. The weather's warming up here, getting everything all neat and tidy again. So I'm going to be very busy. And then here we have some of our epiphyllums overwintering. Camassarius, these ones as well, sort of normal to them to go a bit dormant. Things are going to start picking up when I start watering them all again. They're all going to start springing back into health, and a few more flowers should start coming on, hopefully. And here we've got some under the table here also. These are agaves. They're all overwintering. Here we have cuttings taken, they're going to be potted up in the springtime. As I said, this is a difficult time of year because it's still late winter. Even though it's nearly March, I tend to think, oh, it's February now, it's spring. But the plants are still pretty much dormant. If I went ahead and started doing cuttings on these and getting all that the springtime going, it could be detrimental because it's still pre-spring, and I have to be very, very patient. As you can see here, all these plants. This is normal for cacti to shrivel like that at the end of the winter time because they've used up a lot of their water reserves, and it's very normal. It's a good sign as well because it helps them to cope with the colder temperatures. Here we are, just show you this. All very well. These are all the apuntias. Oh, it's very windy, guys, so apologies for the wind outside. And the apuntias are doing very well too. I'll just show you here, this is pretty normal as well in the winter time. There's little rust spots. This is on the micro daisies, and sometimes cold temperatures can cause little rust spots on a puncher like that. Pretty harmless as such. This may have been caused from the cold damage from last month when our heater failed, because that's sort of recently appeared, but the plant itself's pretty good, so I don't think it's going to be any harm long term to it. To show you there, we have a lot. Oh, if I can squeeze myself around here now. Ooh, awkward. Now, yep, I said the apuntias, pretty not much happening with any of these. They're just overwintering, pretty dormant at the moment. So far so good. And here, as I say, it's normal to show that how punches do shrivel up there. Don't worry if this happens to yours. This is normal, and it will plump up again when it's watered and springtime happens. If I was to water this now, because it is still dormant and it is still late winter, then you probably find that this could even get rot and get harmed. So in this case, I would leave it until the spring. Probably wouldn't hurt to give it a tiny bit of water now. It's a difficult time of year. I always say if in doubt, do not. And sometimes I have given some of the plants a little bit of water, mostly the succulents that look like they're desperately shriveling and actively growing. As I say, the weather has been pretty mild here the past couple of weeks, so no problems. And I'm just scanning around here because just to show you what is happening here. But there's nothing that I can see coming into bud just yet. And lovely to see. All the plants are doing very good, very healthy there. And here, just give you a scan. Now we've got some more plants underneath, some more epiphyllums there, and they're resting pretty good. And I'm going to show you the hanging baskets afterwards. All the cacti here too. All still pretty good here. All resting. No signs of any buds yet. I know usually with my own experience with cacti, when I start to water them again, when the weather starts to pick up, and you're only really talking of a few weeks, they will spring back into life. They'll start filling up their cells again, and they start to form little flowers. And that's literally going to be hopefully very soon, because roll on March, I say. Usually from the middle of March onwards, I will start to water the cacti. I've watered this one literally the other day because it was very shriveled. This is one of the succulents, and that's pretty okay to water. And I've also watered some of the epiphytes because, as you can see here, they're flowering lovely. So they will still need to be kept lightly watered. And show you here, everything's looking pretty good. No signs of flowers as such. This plant here, I hate to say, I think is dead, but it was going like that for the past few weeks. So sadly, I think that's a goner. But that's the only one I can see that we may have lost. But every year, I mean, most growers would lose 1 or 2 plants in their collections, even however well they're looked after. Sadly, it's just one of them things. But so far, so good with everything. And just giving a scan round so you can see how everything is doing. I say still very much winter. Well, I say it's very much winter. It really is on the turn of the spring now. But it's very much winter with the way everything looks. No signs of flowers. Sometimes the mammillarias will start to form a few little flower buds on here, but nothing just yet. Still very much dormant. But spring really is just round the corner, guys. I really cannot wait. I'll just show you underneath here. That's my Echeveria bowl. They're growing very well, actually. They've still been pretty much growing all through the winter. Flourishing there underneath. Really beautiful. And these are some of my seedlings. Most of my young seedlings I have upstairs in the plant grow room. But these ones seem to be doing still pretty good here. A lot of young ones, they're growing well. And these are the little Trichocereus, commonly known as San Pedro seedlings. They're gorgeous. These are Clyster Cactus. They're doing very good as well. And a mixture of all these are Lobirias. And these are Mammillaria seedlings as well. Some Mammillaria seedlings there. So I'm going to be potting all these up into their own little individual pots when spring comes along. And some more aloes underneath there. Whoops, it was so windy, guys. Sorry about that. We'll just close this door a minute. Very difficult to film. I have to have the door open when I'm in the polytunnel. And it is awkward on a windy day. I'm just trying to think. Yep, I'll show you the hanging baskets after. And then here's some more succulents here. Doing pretty good. This is the one of the Christmas cacti, the Schlumbergera truncata, that's been in flower bud for absolutely ages with lovely pink flowers that's been flowering well. And then here we have a mixture of all the hanging baskets here. Now here is Ripsalis, and I did give this a water the other day. I did a video on how to know when to water your cacti succulents after the spring, and I took this one out because this was showing signs of shriveling, and because it's an epiphytic cactus, it's safe to go ahead and water it at this time of year as long as the temperatures are mild. And as I say, we've had mild temperatures the past couple of weeks, so no problem there. We've given this a bit of water. Same with this one here, and this is my Ripsalidopsis Easter cactus. That's nice. Gave that a bit of a water as well. That's doing very well. Hopefully there'll be flower buds on that in the future. This one here is my Slumbergera tendenza Orange Brazil. Lovely big wide leaf segments, and the flowers, as I say, it has been all in bud, but because of the cold spell we had before, it dropped a lot of its buds, which is a shame, and they've gone very limp. So I don't think it's going to open now. But it was lovely to see. I've seen it in flower many times before, and this one here has been an amazing flower as well. This is the Slumbergera truncata. It's been flowering for absolutely weeks, guys. Absolutely beautiful. And then I have here, this is my, so let's just get the light in so it's a bit better. I'll come around this side. Slumbergera Buckley, which is the true Christmas cactus, and it has been absolutely blooming lovely for weeks, guys. I mean, look at that. It's absolutely breathtaking, really beautiful, and it's a bit shriveled. I have given it a bit of water. Again, I included the watering when I did the how to know when it's time to give your plants a bit of watering after the winter rest, and I did go ahead and water this. Epiphytic cacti don't like to go too long without being watered, but it's difficult when you are overwintering them in greenhouses or polytunnels, and they're kept a little bit lower than ideal. So starting to fatten up a little bit now. And then at the back here we have my epiphytic cacti as well, epiphyllums, all different types, all different varieties. And I'll just get back here, and that's another Ripsalis there, and another Easter cactus, Ripsalidopsis. All these names, how I remember them all, I'll never know. More epiphyllums, and then here we have the two monkey's tails. That's the golden monkey's tail there, the Clyster cactus, and also Clyster cactus Collodimonosis, the monkey's tail. I'll just come round, and then a poro cactus there, and lovely harmony. These all nicknamed the monkey's tails, and I'll just show you, this one is really lovely and furry on the other side. It is gorgeous. Isn't it just gorgeous, guys? You just want to stroke it. It has the most beautiful orange flowers on it. And again, these are all going to sort of pick up when they're given a bit of a water again. So that's the tour in here. I'm just trying to think if I've missed anything out. I'll just close this door again. Nope, I think that's pretty much it. And isn't that just beautiful to see that epiphyllum in flower? So I can see the signs of everything starting to pick up and wake up. I'm just going to show you this here. This is Hans's incredible Trichocereus cactus. He grew from seed 46 years ago. Look at the height of it, guys. It is massive. I mean, it's about 6 feet high. It's nearly touching the polytunnel roof. It is humongous. And these big tall cacti here is pretty good. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully next month I'll be able to show you a lot more coming into flower, and stay tuned for a video I make when I'm going to give a bit of a spring clean in this polytunnel, because as you can see, there's lots of dead flowers on the floor, lots of dead leaves, and loads of dead leaves on the plants that need to be come off. A bit of a pruning here. So I'm going to have a good fun spring cleaning here, and going to be making a lot more room in the polytunnel. So when I bring out a lot of the cacti and succulents that we're overwintering indoors, there's going to be lots of space for them. So guys, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power from across the Emerald Isle. And until the next video, bye.